Hello, everyone. Welcome to the TKC Bible Reading Challenge powered by Grace Bible Mission. We'll be reading Nehemiah chapter 2 to 5. My name is John, and with me today is.
Priscilla.
Hi, Priscilla. How are you?
Hi, John. How are you
Hope
too?
you are good.
I'm fine.
All right, it's nice to have you here today
I'm happy to be
and to
here.
do this together. I hope it's a wonderful experience for both of us and our listeners and our participants also. So today, like I said earlier, we'll be reading Nehemiah chapters 2 to 5, and generally we know the this Bible um, passage as where God calls Nehemiah to rebuild Jerusalem, both spiritually and physically.
Yeah.
And despite external opposition and internal injustice, leadership rooted in prayer and courage and righteousness brings about the restoration. And like breaking it more down into simpler, like understandable phrases. In chapter 2, we have where Nehemiah receives permission from King Atag. Hey, can you help me with that pronunciation?
Actors. King.
Like
Actor sexist.
Artaxerxes. Okay, all right, let's
Yeah.
take it that way. Yeah, to return to Jerusalem. And then in chapter 3, we have families, priests, and leaders work together to rebuild different sections of Jerusalem's wall, and which this shows unity and shared responsibility. And also in chapter 4, we have where opposition are increased and the enemies mock and threaten and plan attack against God's people. And Nehemiah responds with prayer, vigilance, and organized defense while the people continue building. Then in chapter 5, we have internal conflict arised where the wealthy Jews exploit the poorer ones, right? And Nehemiah confronts injustice and calls for repentance. And as a good leader, which he is, was able to bring back unity among the people. So, what was the major highlight for you while going through this particular part of the Bible?
Okay, for chapter 1, we can see that Nehemiah prayed consistently before God moved. Nehemiah is serving wine to King Artaxerxes when the king notices that he looks sad, and this is dangerous. In Persian culture, sadness before the king could be interpreted as disloyalty and could cost a life. And Nehemiah told us something that is very honest in Nehemiah 2 verse 2. He said,
what's
I
that?
was very much afraid.
Mm.
So courage does not mean absence of fear. It means obedience in spite of fear. So
Can you come again with that?
courage does not mean absence of fear. It means
Okay.
obedience in spite of fear.
All right, so that means you can be courageous and still have some little fear in you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Just try to just okay. All right, go ahead.
So when the king asks Nehemiah what he wants, Nehemiah does something that is very, very remarkable there in Nehemiah 2 verse 4.
Okay.
So I prayed to God of heaven. It was not a long prayer. This was a silent, instant prayer. Nehemiah had already prayed privately. Now he prays publicly in his heart. This
Okay.
teaches that strong faith is built in private, but exercised in public. Should I repeat that?
Yeah, I think you should.
So it teaches us that strong faith is built in private, but exercised in public.
All right, so that means like no matter how much you pray, like let's say you come to church, you come for prayer or you come for any form of service, and then you pray, everybody sees you. It's still very important that in
You
your
have
closet,
faith.
you're able to pray, you're able to communicate with God,
God.
during your quiet time, during your during your devotion. You should be able to communicate with God in your secret place because God dwells in that kind of intense and, how do I put it, communication with Him.
And another thing, Nehemiah's faith was specific. And when the king asked him what he wanted, and Nehemiah was not vague about his answer, he made specific requests. He asked for permission to go to Jerusalem, letters for safe passage, and timber for rebuilding the gates. This shows that Nehemiah already thought through the vision. We can see in Nehemiah 2 verse 8, and because the gracious hand of my God was on me, the king granted my request. And that's there we see God's favor rested on Nehemiah.
Okay, so that means when opportunity meets preparation, it results in success. Because like that's what we could easily derive from here. Again, so like he has been preparing for an opportunity like that, and when the opportunity came, he didn't tell the king that, wait, king, let me go and ask God. Like asking God,
he has already know. He had even already asked God.
Yes,
he knew what
he
wanted.
So like in this context, asking God is not the problem; it's a good thing. But if he was to go and ask God like that time, that means he wasn't prepared for the opportunity, and the opportunity would have elapsed. Like the king would have been like, who is this one? He's not even prepared for the work. So
I would say when we have opportunities like that, we should be prepared.
Yes.
And if not even when we only have the opportunity to, so I think when you have a vision, you should be always prepared for whatever.
Because definitely and surely opportunities will come. It's very sure it will come, and opportunity lost, fine, it might regain it, but it's that particular one, it may be difficult to get it back. Also, be prepared all the time.
And when Nehemiah got to Jerusalem, he didn't just call a meeting immediately that, I'm here, I want to help you to build the wall. He inspects the wall himself. He gathered the facts. He assesses all the damages. He avoids premature opposition. He checked all what was needed to check before he called everyone together for a meeting to talk about the wall.
Right. So quite a lot of things to learn from Nehemiah. Do you have one or two things you like to add before we round up today's episode?
Yes, I would love us to see Nehemiah 2 verse 70, where he said, you see the trouble we are in, come, let us rebuild the wall of Jerusalem. We notice the word we there. Nehemiah does not distance himself from the people. He identifies with them. And the people responded with unity. Let us start building. So vision becomes powerful when it becomes shared.
Okay, I think that's quite a thing. So it's about we, not about I as the leader or like I think that really got me. So if you have not read today's episode, if you have not read this passage, this is a charge for you to go and read it now and enjoy God's ministration to you through His word. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.